He is one of the stars of Scorpion on CBS, America's Most Watched Network. Season 2 begins tonight, and this is his second appearance here on The Rich Eisen Show. Welcome back to the program, Robert Patrick. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you, brother.
So, Scorpion, Season 2. So that's 2 wins. Atlanta Falcons, your team, that's 2 wins. University of Michigan, our team, that's 2 wins. You see the theme that's going on right here?
I love this theme.
So let's hope you get 15 seasons of Scorpion.
We'll come back, 15 wins.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I hope.
Things are looking up for you right now. Everything's going with the trending up right now.
Everything's going good, yeah. I'm feeling really comfortable with the Falcons, with Michigan. I think Jim Harbaugh is doing a fantastic job over there. The team looks different this year.
It does, and that's sort of a bittersweet thing for the both of us here, because I know you grew up on the same street as Brady Hoke, or you grew up with him?
Brady Hoke and I grew up in Kettering, Ohio. We worked construction together.
No kidding.
As a matter of fact, at 13, we got jobs working jackhammers, rough carpentry work. You know, here's the future head coach and myself at 13 doing, rough carpentry work. It was crazy.
I could see him do the jackhammering stuff.
Yeah, Brady was the one that handled it really well.
The first night I ever met Brady Hoke was at a Michigan event here in Southern California. And, I always dreamt of sharing a beer with a Michigan head coach when I went to the University of Michigan. I was Bo at the time when I graduated. Bo was the coach there for all 4 years. My senior year was Bo's last year, so I always dreamt of sharing a beer with a Michigan coach. So we're there, Robert, and he grabs a beer. And it's one of those beers that it's not a twist off. You got to get it. You got to get an opener for it.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for an opener. He goes, don't worry about it, Rich. Like his voice. Don't worry about it, Rich. And he just took his big old mitt, his big old paw, and just twisted it like a millimeter. And the thing came off in the end.
Oh, man, that's a great story.
It's a jackhammering, I believe.
Yeah, he could do it. He was really good at it. I wasn't quite as good at carpentry as he was.
Yeah.
But terrific guy, but I'm very, very excited for the Wolverines. They just look fantastic. Jake Butt, I got to give a shout out to him. What a great tight end that guy.
I know.
And Isaac had a big day yesterday.
You know what? And Devian Smith, this running back who wears Jim's number 4, is a guy that I think Harbaugh is going to saddle up over and over and over again. And the games at home against Oregon State and UNLV are the typical, now I know this sounds maybe arrogant, Michigan games at home that they should win.
Yeah.
I know that the competition's always tough in college football. BYU is going to be a tough game this week coming in. They just almost knocked off UCLA this week. But these are the games that Michigan hadn't been really doing very well in the last couple of years, the last couple of games that they have won. So I agree with you.
Yeah. No, they usually do always win those games. You're right, absolutely. But they're really looking good. And I like this new QB, the kid from Iowa.
Yep.
How do you say his last name? Ruddock?
Ruddock? Yeah, Ruddock.
Ruddock, yeah. He's looking good. And defense is tough, man. I loved visiting Brady and seeing Schembechler Hall when I got there. I love that little clip that Harbaugh's got now, where he came out on ESPN and he salutes. He takes his hat off the bow.
It's with the statue out in front.
The tradition.
When I first drove up there, I'm with Robert Patrick here on the Rich Eisen Show. Scorpion Season 2 debuts tonight on CBS at 9 Eastern Time.
Thank you.
Just seeing my coach Bo in a statue, I almost broke down and cried.
Yeah.
I really did. It's one of those moments it's my 25th year reunion this year. I'm not going to, unfortunately, be able to make it back. The fortunate reason is, I've got that NFL Network gig on Sundays. That's,
that'll keep
one of the things that keep you busy during football season.
We let those things go. I've never been back to a high school reunion. Never. I'm always, conveniently working, in my case.
No, but isn't it a situation where you'd love to go back to Ohio and see that girl that maybe didn't go to the prom with you, that you want to go back there?
Yeah. Right? Hey, look at me now. Yeah, there's a little bit of that.
Rent a convertible, go back there?
Sure. There's a little of that. Hey, you didn't think I was going to turn out to be something.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Look at me now.
I'm on Scorpion. Monday nights at 9.
That's right. On CBS, America's Most Watched Network.
Yeah. No, it's... it was a good experience there.
Oh, good.
When I went to a University of Michigan game in 1976, I think was the first time I went there. With my high school coach took me to a game there.
Right.
And to be at the big house with
Was that like Rick Leach might have been the quarterback?
I think he
back
might have
then.
been.
That's
and I
right.
competed against him in baseball. He was a
really good baseball player.
He was a fantastic pitcher.
Yeah.
Oh, he was. You feared going up to bat against him.
I'm here with Robert Patrick here on the Rich Eisen Show. Your Falcons are 2-0. That's got to be a surprise, regardless of how much you root for the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh,
yes?
yeah. I've been, I was at opening day for the Falcons in 1966. We played the Eagles. And, this whole 50-season celebration they're having is great. And it's making me think of those memories back with Tommy Nobis and the head coach, I can't remember his name, Norm Hecker, I think, or something like that. Anyway, but to see them performing so well at the top of their ability right now. This is the Falcons. This is the way they should be. And Atlanta fans, we're going to keep not hold our breath, but we're going to keep thinking positive thoughts.
Well, Julio Jones is having
incredible athlete.
He's having a great start to a season after signing a huge contract. Not a lot of athletes do that. For the radio audience, we're watching the one-handed grab that he made on third down. That was remarkable that he tipped it to himself, and then he started. And this is the final drive of the game where they started throwing the ball to him more than not, and he's been terrific. The defense has been balling out, and now you get the wounded Cowboys coming up next.
I didn't see what happened to Romo, but I guess it's a collarbone.
Yes,
and it's too bad because he had a great game last week.
Yep.
I mean, that was just a miracle that he pulled out.
Exactly.
And I'm a Falcon fan, so whatever happens to the Cowboys happens.
Sure.
But I do feel bad for Tony.
No, of
Romo.
course, because he's one of the good guys.
He is.
I'm Robert Patrick here on the Rich Eisen Show at Robert Patrick T2 on Twitter. Did you see your co-star from that film? He's now the Celebrity Apprentice.
I can't wait to see that.
Arnold is now replacing Donald Trump.
I
guess Republican replacing Republican.
Yeah, what do you think he should do? You think he should just look into the camera and go, "You're terminated"?
I think there's no question that's what
he's going to do. Or "Hasta la vista, baby."
There's no question that they're going back and forth. Which is which?
Yeah.
What fits better on a hat? A bumper sticker. Yeah, he's definitely, you're terminated or hasta. I think hasta la vista, baby's going to have to be.
That's pretty funny. He'll have to use that. I think it's a great idea for Arnold. He'll be fantastic on that show.
Yeah.
He's got so much charisma. And I think that's the interesting thing about Donald Trump. He has a lot of charisma as well.
Yeah. He's got a lot more than that, too.
Good for NBC, man.
Yeah, they went ahead. Tell me about this tour you went across country for this summer on your Harley. You just hopped on your Harley?
Yeah. I'm a big, I don't golf. I am an ex-athlete, but my thing that I found in my late teens was that I love to do is ride motorcycles. So over the years, it's evolved. I've gotten more and more involved with motorcycles and riding, and I've done about 7, 8 trips across country, and I ride to the Wall, the Vietnam Wall, for Memorial Day with a good friend of mine, New York Mike, that owns San Diego Harley. Anyway, we get there, and I do stuff for USO, visit the troops at Walter Reed, Bethesda, which is an amazing experience to see those guys coming back. And then the next day, we honor the Vietnam vets and, welcome them home. Give them that welcome that they didn't get.
Wow.
And then you've got a huge ride, 900,000 motorcycles. We leave the Pentagon parking lot, ride in, we go to Lincoln Memorial, and then we advocate for veterans' issues. And it's been really rewarding for me. My buddy that I ride with is a Vietnam vet. And to hear his point of view, and having grown up like you, I was too young to get into the military, to be involved in the Vietnam War. But I know of it because my whole life growing up it was going on. And to hear their point of view, it's giving us a chance to make sure that these guys coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan aren't going through the same things that the Vietnam vets did. So it's very, very rewarding experience. I've met some wonderful people, and
you must have seen some great parts of the country going out there, too.
And it's patriotic.
Sure.
It's I love this country. I love seeing the country from the seat of Harley Davidson, and it's really an experience. If you haven't done it, it's just fantastic. I mean, I was talking to Conan O'Brien last year about this. That the anonymity first off, and then going to these small towns and not really having an itinerary is the cool part about it, you know?
Just showing up.
Just showing up.
Seeing what's to see here.
And it's funny the reaction you get from people along the way, you know? Hey, isn't that guy from Scorpion?
Yeah, which is premiering season 2 tonight on CBS, America's Most Watched Network. At 9
Nice
p.m.
segue.
Eastern Time.
Thank you for that, brother.
Chris Brockman pre-interviewed you for this show. He really enjoyed that conversation.
Chris is the man.
You're the man, Robert.
Now, did you use
You're the man.
at any point the conversation to find out about Catherine McPhee at all? Did you use that
I
at all?
kept it professional yesterday.
Kept it straight in the lane.
Kept it straight on the line.
Good for
'cause
you.
Robert
Brockman.
was watching the Falcons game on DVR, so he took a little
I
time
had it.
out. I didn't want to spoil it for you because I knew how it was going to end out good for you guys.
Way to go, Falcons.
Good job. So you
Rise
kept-
up, baby.
You kept it straight
I
in the
kept
narrow.
it straight
You know,
in the narrow.
I feel like I owe you an apology.
For what?
Because I think the last time I was here, I said that I was going to bring Catherine McPhee the next time I came.
You did. You did.
That's okay.
And,
I wasn't going to bring it up, Robert,
It's
but
okay.
And,
you kind of
I
promised her.
I don't want it to get awkward.
feel bad.
No, it's okay.
Catherine, we could have well, she would be sitting here. Catherine McPhee
Oh, I would
would be
definitely
right
kick you down
here.
the line. As
Yeah,
much
and
as I really enjoy you in the conversation.
be over
there's no
there on that couch over there, twiddling my thumbs.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Catherine.
No. We would keep you in the same shot, Robert.
Would you?
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah.
I don't believe it,
T2 is
Rich.
T2 is in your Twitter handle. It's one of the probably best movie sequels of all time. What is your favorite movie sequel? Because Terminator 2 is up there as probably one of the best. Do you have a favorite movie sequel?
Hey, I don't mind saying this. I'm a fan of T2, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's a great movie. I like The Godfather, too.
That's it.
a sequel.
Well, you know what? It's so good. Calling it a sequel, I think, is
Not fair,
it's
right?
not
I
even
apologize.
fair. No. But you're right. I mean, that's it.
Mission Impossible 2.
You ripped the knob off.
Wayne's World 2. Anything with a 2. Die Hard 2 is a great sequel.
Die Hard 2.
I happen to be in that, too, by the way.
No kidding. You're in a lot of 2s.
Very small. Yeah, no, it's kind of weird.
And season 2 of Scorpion.
Season 2,
9 p.m.
Falcons.
tonight on CBS, America's Most Watched Network. Good to see you.
You're the
Robert.
man.
You bet. Come back solo with Catherine, whatever. We'll take you anywhere we can get you.
You heard that.
You did.
Thank you, Chris.
Robert Patrick, right here on The Rich Eisen Show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.